And look at Randy Orton slithering.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
KO! Here's the cover.
Hey, what's up guys? And we're back here today with a video finally. The game is going to be in Lycan on Paris or Ravage Capital, but we're not going to be talking about the gameplay too much, maybe a little bit at the end. But it's more just to address the channel, having an update for it, just give you guys a little bit of a heads up on what's going to be happening in next kind of foreseeable future, at least the next month or so. As well as content goes, I suppose. So it's pretty obvious that I haven't put up as many videos in the past week and a half. I've put up the reason why I didn't put anything up the past weekend. Finally able to visit family, all that kind of stuff. But I'm kind of getting back into my normal routine of things. My regular life goes. So probably expect more what the content used to be like in terms of the amount of videos per week. Probably expect more around like one video a week, maybe two if I have time. It's going to kind of vary week to week just because my schedule right now is kind of all over the place. The best way to put it. So just kind of keeping that out there. Same goes with the streams on Twitch. We'll probably be streaming next week more so. Probably nothing this week. And I don't know if I expect it. I actually know for a fact if I won't put another video out at the earliest, probably Sunday. But just giving you guys a heads up on what to expect content-wise for the next couple weeks while I'm enjoying some freedom again and doing a couple of the other things I love to do, such as hiking and climbing and such, which some may know about because of good segue. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to post it down on a pinned comment below. A kind of interview with Wargaming that they posted. It's more of like a questionnaire almost, I'd almost say. So I'm going to link that down below. Maybe answer some questions that you guys may have in terms of stuff in the game and outside of the game as well. But I'll link that below, and if you haven't checked that already, feel free to. It's pretty decent, I guess. So, as that guy commits suicide, but we're just going to ignore that. And kind of, again, piggybacking off of that topic beforehand, is kind of going to make this video sort of a Q&A. If you guys have any questions that aren't answered in that kind of interview with Wargaming after you read it, feel free to post them down below. I'll try to get around to them this week or early next week with some answers. If I can answer them, some I may not be able to, but if I can't answer, I'll try to get to you guys and give you what's on my mind about whatever you're asking. So feel free to drop any questions that are not troll. Obviously, I'll just ignore those for obvious reasons. So yeah, just drop those questions in the comment section and I will respond to them over the next week or so. But again, just kind of an update video, nothing crazy, but I just like to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on and what to expect, because again, content is going to be a little lacking over the next month or so as I get outdoors and do some of the other stuff that I enjoy. So yeah, but as always, appreciate all the support. I know we just passed 200 subs, which is cool as always, but we can move into different topics and about the game actually a little bit. It's a little quicker than I thought, but obviously we're on Paris, which is not exactly my favorite map for light tanks at all. It's actually probably my most hated hated map, as I try to learn English again, for light tanks. I just despise when I see this map come up in scouts. It's just nothing but corridors for the most part. This open field where I'm at right now is the only place you can really go into light fairly reliably, and even then it's very, very tenuous on what you can actually do damage-wise. You can have some freaky games, obviously, like this is one, but generally, most of the time, this is not an ideal map for light tanks at all, and yeah, just not the best. But we're trying to make it work. We're out there with a decent start for this, 2,200 damage. Actually, 2,222, or that's maybe too many twos. I don't know. So far, and our third kill on the Tiger 2 there to finish him off. And this is a close game right now, actually. They still have a near full health VK, which is very, very strong on this map against the city map. So obviously, the super heavy tanks like that are going to be powerful. And a Tiger 217 who is going back to the garage as soon as the gun behaves, and there he goes, bye-bye. And the Batchat 12T, who is clipping our UDES friend right now, unfortunately for me. This is going to leave me in essentially a 1 versus 2. Artillery is pretty much useless on this map, and we have to fight a higher tier light tank. Not that the Lycan is the worst tier 7 scout to ever fight a tier 8 scout in, because this thing is pretty much a pseudo tier 8 in my opinion. I mean, the matchmaking is basically a tier 8, pref tier 8, because it only sees tier 8 and 9 games for balance reasons, and obviously we can see there that their light is kind of scooting off to go kill our Artie, and I know the VK at this point is slowly making his way through the middle most likely, and he has 3 kills, so I'm going to assume he knows what he's doing to a certain extent, and not going to take Cat lightly. I know I can't clip him out, so I'm not going to go after him first. And I know I'll have the mobility advantage against him as well, as little as that means on a map with the corridors. But it makes the job a little easier rather than having to deal with a Batchat 12T running around the map after me as well. So trying to hunt down the Batchat here. I know he went up this way and he's down in the cap circle. And we're going to hopefully come up behind him using the bushes for a little bit of cover. And he doesn't spot us till now. And I don't really want to RBRT the full time on this, only when he's in a straight line with me. Going to have the third person aim these shots, and we're connecting him here. Doing our best not to eat shots if we can help it, because I don't want to be a one-shot for the VK if I can help it. And it looks like he's out of ammo right now, and we're going to give him a little tap just to make sure we can kill him here. We don't have to reload. We have 1 shell left, and finish him off for a 5th kill. That was key there. If I hadn't given that little nudge, I don't know if I was going to be able to kill him with 1 shot. So that was key. We lost a little bit of hit points there, making us a possible 1 shot for the VK, who has 440 alpha. So he could technically high roll for us. It'd be a massive high roll, but you know, RNG can hate you sometimes. So kind of a worth trade. I mean, obviously I'd had to reload another 14 seconds, and as you see there, the VK was right around the corner and would have been there before I probably would have been reloaded there. So yeah, it was a good play. And now we're just trying to pick the right way to approach this VK. Which way he's going to be looking. I'm assuming he's going to go in the cap circle. It's not a bad play for him considering he's on 1,300 hit points. If he backed himself all the way up against the map border, which you can do, I believe, in the cap circle in this this map, it's going to be very tough for us to take out. I don't want to ram against him either, because I want to lose hit points and again making myself an easier 1-shot. And he's actually in the middle of the cap, and right now I'm just dodging, weaving, trying to make myself a hard target, and luckily he does miss there, so that does pay off. 1 bad shot here is going to haunt me a little bit in a second, and now we have him in the ideal situation, just spinning in circles here, and we try to ammo rack him, and you see that bounce shot was critical, and now we have to do a full reload while trying to stay out of the way of his gun. And the best play for this guy, and you should have done it from the beginning, is back up all the way to the map border, and he's doing that right now, which is a good play, honestly. And luckily he does miss me there just below his gun, and we finish him off for our 6th kill and the top gun for the win. So obviously not the best map, not the greatest result, but for a map like this, it's a pretty solid game to have in a light tank. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Nice little ending to this update video. Nothing crazy, but a solid game nonetheless. But again, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. or the comment section below. After, probably I would prefer if you've read through the wargaming thing. Again, I'll link that in a pinned comment as well. So I'd highly recommend reading that first so you don't repeat a question that may already was asked. So, but yeah, look forward to reading the comments and questions. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you around. See ya. Peace. Kumquats.